New one, old one. This is the old one. Let's see it. Wow. Yeah, that was done. Alright, I wasn't able to get it on there without putting this over top of this thing to press it down. I wasn't able to get it in.
Really quick.
I needed to use all four.
Of how I did the Black History Month promotion of financial literacy. So over $100,000, right? Boom, 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 boom. It's gonna be super simple. So first, you have to identify a problem to be solved. So if you want to,
after you use the screwdriver to keep this nut from moving, or whatever you use to keep this nut from moving, and you could use an Allen, or you could use a twerk bit, which is like, I use a 40 twerk bit to get this thread all the way through this nut. And once you tighten it, you're gonna have to finish it off with a compact, or else it will get loose again. Eventually, over time, it will get loose. And yeah, I have it jacked up a little bit just to give me some room. Alright, get this off the bar. You're gonna need a star, E14, If you don't use that, you're gonna end up, over time, you're gonna end up stripping this bolt. Alright, to get this under there, I had to compress it and push it down. I did scrape this a little bit, but it's up under there now. Now I'm gonna decompress it and lock it in. And make sure the left one is on the left. There's a left strut, there's a right strut of how this looks. So this is supposed to be in there like that.
So like the first thing the landlord
supposed to go into the groove.
And I'm pretty sure everybody can agree.
So I didn't get this tightened down. So instead of that screw wasn't tightened down, right? So instead of taking the whole thing off, I jacked it up so that the spring is fully compressed, and it gave me enough, made it loose enough for me to get in there. But since I don't have the certain tools to, whatever tool that is, like a ratchet with a hole in it, so you could put an Allen wrench in the middle or whatever. So I just use a screwdriver to hold the nut, to hold this nut still, and I used a 40 twerk socket, and I turned it and and that did the job right there. And turned it while the screwdriver held it in place. If you don't do it right, you will hear a lot of noise. You know, just because it's loose, you hear a lot of noise up front, and you'll know something's not right. All right. Yeah. Unfortunately, one side, I had to do one side shorter, and the other side is longer. Like from here to there, from the top of the coil. I couldn't grab this other side because it was stuck underneath here. I don't know how there's no way to press it. So new one, old one, no real difference. There's like a bearing inside. This is greased up. This one's a little bit bigger. I mean, I should say taller. There's a little height difference right here. So this only goes on one way. Yeah, like this. So I'm gonna use a 16 millimeter and 11/16. To remove this bolt, 16 millimeter, and a wrench to hold this side. In between here, there's a nut right here. That's the 11/16. You can use something different, but that's what I have. And then I'm gonna remove this nut, which I'm gonna use 19mm wrench and a 18 socket, 18mm socket. So 18 go right here, and the 19mm wrench. So we're gonna remove all 3 bolts, 13mm, and the one that's under here, we're gonna have to use a wrench. We can use sockets for these. And I'm gonna use an extension because it's kind of hard to get in here. Alright, so I took the caliper off. I'll use this. What is this? T45. You know, to take these out. And then over here, behind this cover, 18mm bolt. Just loosen it. Just loosen that. It's right here. And then after that, I'm gonna loosen this one right here. And it should drop down. So after I unbolted that, it fell down. And then I put the springs on it, the compress on it, and I compressed it. And then it just kind of like, you know, came out like that.